What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB Recap. We have a lot to talk about today, including the fact that Shohei Ohtani made MLB history. I mean, what else is new? But this record, it was definitely a lot more personal to him. Speaking of history, Colton Cowser of the Orioles threw history into the fountains. He chucked Craig Kimbrell's 422nd save ball into the fountains, but luckily, he made up for it. The Guardians, they might be MLB's biggest surprise to start this year, while the Astros, they're also in the conversation of the biggest surprise, but for all the wrong reasons. All of that and more in today's MLB Recap. And if you don't want to miss these videos, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We are getting so close to 500,000 subs. Thank you so much. And just a small reminder, if you're going to any baseball games or concerts, save yourself 20 bucks off your tickets on SeatGeek using code Fuzzy. And if you're in Florida, Underdog Fantasy just launched Champions. It's a player versus player format where you can 100x your original entry. So don't forget, use code Fuzzy when you sign up for Underdog Fantasy and you'll get a $100 deposit match. So we have a doubleheader to kickstart this recap, and wait until the end of game one. Things got absolutely insane. This was a pitcher's duel all the way. Cal Quantrill and George Kirby, they both went 3 shutout. Cal, he allowed a few on in the 4th, so a lot of traffic, but he got out of it unscathed. 4 shutout after he got the rookie Jonathan Clase to pop up. Kirby, he was out there tossing BBs. He also brought out the splitter, but just like Cal, George got into some trouble as well. He walks Blackman. Tovar singled as Charlie was running, so now George Kirby is going to have to try and spin his stuff and get out of it. He does. He unleashes a 96 fastball way up. He goes 5 shutout. Cal, he goes back out for the 6th. He's got a little deja vu. 2 runners on, 2 outs versus Clase, and Cal wins that round as well. Make it 6 shutout on 108 pitches. You got to tip your cap. Now it's time for some drama because Jacob Stallings, he ripped a line drive. It leaves. Wait, what happened? That ball was over the wall. The umpire said that the fan interfered with a catchable ball. Fans on social media were saying that it was a terrible call because they were basically saying that the ball was over the wall, so that means that the fan, he can go for it. Instead, they call out Jacob Stallings, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think that he was going to catch it? Do you think that the fan had the right to go for it because it was over the wall? Instead, Jacob is out, so we need extras. Seattle, they scored. JP, he drives in the go-ahead. He needed that one bad because he's still hitting under 200 to begin the year. Tovar, he clutches up again. It's back to a tie game. Ryan McMahon, he steps in. He already has a walk-off this year, and he does it again. Not with the walk-off grand slam like the last time, but a walk-off nonetheless. Methinks that made Seattle upset because the Rockies, they went up 2 on an Elias Diaz 2-run double, but again, the Mariners were not happy about that game 1 loss. The bases are stacked for Sebi Zavala, and he plates 1. You can't run on Nolan Jones, so again, it's just the 1. But J.P. Crawford clears him. He missed the home run by like 2 feet, and that started a huge day for the Mariners. J.P., he scored on a wild pitch after that stand-up triple. We skip to the 6th. J-Rod's second hit of the day knocks on Zavala, and Cal Raleigh, he's going to try deep center. There it goes. That's home run number 7,500 in franchise history for the Mariners. Cal, he gets it to double digits on a sac fly, his 3rd RBI. He's now tied for 3rd in the catcher F4. He's tied with Will Smith because he doesn't just rake. He plays a sick defensive catcher as well. Cal Raleigh, he's really, really good. The Mariners, they went big in game 2. If you're an Astros fan, you're probably feeling like the parent who looks at their kid and says, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. The Astros not only lost another game, but they lost another pitcher. Hunter Brown, he was the emergency starter because Krishna Javier, that is, he was scratched with a neck issue. He was their workhorse and best pitcher to begin this year. CJ Abrams, he singled in the 1st. He stole 2nd. He just casually has 6 home runs and 4 stolen bases. So that's a manufactured run. Winker brings home CJ, and Winker makes Brown balk as he's stealing 3rd. So Lane Thomas is now at 2nd. You have Winker at 3rd. Luis Garcia Jr. says, thanks, guys. I'll take a 2-run single. Later on in the 5th, the bases are juiced for Joey Meneses, and that'll do it. He plates 2 on a single. No real damage yet. A lot of, base running and singles for the Nationals. Okay, there it is. Nick Senzel, he smokes a home run off a righty, his first home run as a National. Speaking of first, Mitchell Parker won his first game as a National last time he pitched. That was also his first W as a big leaguer. Now he's going to get win number 2. The young lefty kept Houston off balance all game. His splitter and fastball mix was sick. He went 7 shutout with 7 strikeouts. He got Pena down on the splitter, make it 8 strikeouts. I'm really hoping that he sticks because if Mackenzie Gore can keep progressing, if Josiah Gray comes back healthy, then you add in Cade Cavalli after he gets healthy, the Nationals are going to be a problem after their juggernaut offense breaks out in 2025. From the most disappointing team in baseball to the most surprising by far, I said that Cleveland would make the playoffs if Miles Straw did not play, and Straw has not played a single inning this year, and the Guardians, they're now in the driver's seat to become MLB's first team to 20 wins. So many different guys are contributing. Will Brennan, that's his first home run at home this year. His hard hit percentage is up 64%. Andres Jimenez, he had a runner in scoring position, so you knew that this was coming. Rocchio scored. Brewers, Jimenez has 14 RBIs and 3 outs above average defensively. Brent Rooker, he found his power stroke in this series, his second of the series, so it's 2-1 Guardians. Gabriel Arias, he clutched up for them. Both Andres and Gabriel had RBIs with 2 outs. Tanner Bybee, he's trying to get through 6, 2 on with 2 outs, and Lawrence Butler, he knocked Tanner Bybee out the game, so it's back to a 3-2 score. No, it ain't, because another 2-out base hit. This time, Josh Naylor clears the bases. He hits the "What's up, brother?" He's hitting .325 with 20 RBIs. The Guardians, they have an MLB best 16 wins. The Yankees are right on their tails. A win over the Rays would put them at 15 wins. Anthony Rizzo, he brought home Juan Soto for the game's first run. That was off of Aaron Savali, but that's all they could get. Tampa Bay, they got that run right back on a balk from Luis Gil, and apparently Luis Gil did not step back off the rubber. He stepped to the side. Catcher Jose Trevino and Aaron Boone, they were heated. They said he did step off. A run scores, and Hill, he then struck out Palacios and stared down the umpire. Boone was screaming. I was having a lot of fun watching this. Savali's arm fell off in the 5th. He walked 3 straight with 2 outs, and baby-faced Alex Verdugo, he laced a single to right center. He brings home 2. Jose Trevino, he got it past the infield. Another 2-out base hit. Oswaldo, he kept it moving. Another 2-out RBI. Back-to-back games between Cleveland and New York, where nearly every single run scored was with 2 outs, and the Rays kept that trend going. Ahmed Rosario, he hits the gap for a massive 2-run, 2-out double in the 8th. Rookie Curtis Mead, same thing. His 2-out single scores Ahmed. It's now a 1-run game. There's no Clay Holmes for this one. Victor Gonzalez, he is tasked with the save opportunity. He walked Randy with 2 outs. Is it about to happen again? Another 2-out rally. Tampa Bay sent out the hard-hitting Harold Ramirez as a pinch hitter. He crushes baseballs. He crushed that one back to Victor. Victor deflects it on a 360 no-scope. He scrambles. He finishes the play. He's hyped up. The Yankees, they take the series. They're 15-7, and you got to tip your cap to Luis Gil, who went 5 2/3 shutout with 9 strikeouts. He has a 35% K rate, a 20% walk rate, so over half of the hitters that he faces either strike out or walk. I've never seen that kind of ratio before. All right, I've kept you guys waiting long enough. We're about to see Shohei make some history, but just a heads up, this was by far the most terrifying game from the Dodgers all year. Glasnow, he threw 2 perfect innings. He had 3 strikeouts over those 2. All eyes are now on Shohei, and there's history. With home run number 176 for his career, he passes Godzilla Hideki Matsui. To me, Hideki, he probably makes the Hall of Fame if he had debuted earlier in his life. He came over at 29 years old. He hit 290 with the 123 OPS plus over his first 1,000 games. But yeah, Shohei, he makes even more history. He has the most home runs ever hit by a Japanese-born player. We head to the 5th. Mookie, he smoked the first pitch that he saw for an RBI single. Freddie steps in with the bases loaded. Can Starling Marte get there? He can't. Freddie, he gets his second RBI of the game. 2 more score, and then 2 more score. Will Smith turned on fastball. It's 7-0 LA. Make it 10-0. The rookie Andy Pais, he jolted his first career home run, a 3-run home run. He's also one of the best MLB The Show players in the world. The kid just breathes baseball. The Dodgers scored double-digit runs, all while Glasnow, he was tossing one of the best starts of the year from anyone. He got through 7 shutout. He's going to try for 8 shutout. Lots of traffic. Bases completely full. The place is jumping, and he gets out of it. That's his 10th strikeout, so double digits. The Dodgers score 10. Glasnow strikes out 10. The Dodgers improved to 3-7 over their last 10. Man, they were really going through it. That allowed the Padres to get right back into the race in the NL West, and a win over Toronto keeps them at 1 game back. More 2-out rallies coming. Jake Cronenworth, he singled. Manny got it to a 3-2 count, so that means the runners are moving, and that's bad. Springer, he whiffed it. He missed it completely, and because Jake had a head start, he's going to score. It's 1-0 Padres. Dalton Varsho is known for making web gems in the outfield, and Nando, he returned the favor. The 2023 Platinum Glover, he slides in to make the grab, and I don't know if that made the Jays angry, but Davis Schneider, he went yard. He has 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Did Ernie Clement just hit a baseball that was in the stratosphere? How did he do that? Musgrove probably thought that was a waste pitch, but Ernie tomahawked it out. Toronto has the lead now. Never mind. Xander, he hammered a pitch for a second home run. Luis Campusano, he tied it with a bases-loaded walk. Toronto escapes only down by 1. Oh no, there was catcher's interference. So a run scores. It's 4-2 in the 7th. Davis Schneider, he grounds out for a second RBI of the game. San Diego got it right back. Xander, he walks in a run, his second RBI as well. And Nando, he almost went slam Diego. He missed it by a few feet. He settles for a sac fly in the game's final run. Robert Suarez, he now has 7 saves. Josh Hader, who? I mean, Josh Hader's still really good, but man, these guys have had 2 completely different starts to the season. I'm going to get this next game out the way real quick because I don't know if I even consider the White Sox an MLB team anymore. Like, I think OSU, the college team, could beat this squad. Okay, I will say Eloy, he still rakes. I forgot that he was back in the lineup. That's a long 2-run home run, but the Phillies, they answered immediately. Harper, he singled in Schwarber, then like purposely got in a pickle, and this is why I say the White Sox are a fake MLB team. Trey, he scores after that botched pickle. Marsh, he adds to it. He singles home Bryce. Bryson Stott, he's going to get another rally going. Wait. No, he isn't. That's a sick catch. Shoemaker with the behind-the-back basket catch to rob my friend. The Fanatic, he took over. I guess it was his birthday, something like that. All of the Phillies players were wearing their BP hat because it has the Fanatic on it. Philly, they got a few more in the fourth as Trey knocked in Johan Rojas. Alec doubled in Trey. Alec, by the way, is hitting .285 with 18 RBIs. That's very impressive. Schwarber, he belted one in the sixth. That's his 6th home run. The Phillies put up a million runs for Aaron Nola, and he struck out 2 in the 8th, so he's out after just 4 hits allowed. The White Sox, they're 3-18. I'm so sorry, Chicago. Philly is on a 6-game win streak, and Cincy, they're trying to do the same. They're only at 3 games right now, and the Angels, they're trying to avoid losing 4 in a row. Red starter Frankie Montas, he took a line drive to the arm. He makes the play, but he does have to come out. No big injury. He should be okay going forward. That bums me up because Montas, he's nasty, and Angel starter Jose Soriano, he's nasty as well. They both throw gas, and they can also break out a splitty. Soriano, he strikes out Benson. Then he gets Ellie swinging, and then Spencer Steer, same thing. He swings over a pitch. He struck out the side, and look at these swings in the second. Soriano, he was making everyone on the Reds either strike out or weakly roll over. He got through 4 no-hit frames. No perfect game, though, because multiple runners got on. And, what was that? Bunting with 2 strikes. Santiago Espinal is now out. And Jose Soriano, he's out of that jam. He jams Luke Raley. Rengifo, he steps on second for the double play. And by the way, a huge tip of the cap to the reliever Brent Suter, who went 3 1/3 shutout in relief. But we're going to focus on Jose Soriano. He's now at 5 1/3 no-hit innings. Ellie snaps it, though. Even if they catch it, his speed is too much. I think that he would have beat it out. Luis Rengifo, buddy, there are 2 outs. That is routine. You got to make that play. Soriano, he would have had 6 shutouts. But instead, Christian Encarnacion Strand makes them pay. He just misses a 3-run home run. Ellie, he scores. Martini, he avoids the tag at home. Christian, he's hyped up because he should be. He just gave his team the lead. Jameer, he smoked one, and oh no, Trout. I thought he hit his face on the wall, but that was just his glasses flying off of his hat. He's going to be okay. Jameer had an RBI triple. Alexis Diaz had a 1-2-3 ninth inning for his 4th save. The Reds are 12-9 after a 3-game winning streak. The Angels, they're 9-13 after losing 4 in a row. From the Reds to the Red Sox, they're taking on the Pirates again. And man, Pittsburgh, they might have bamboozled us again. They started 5-0, and we were thinking magic and the power of friendship could be happening and propelling them to the playoffs. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Connor Joe really wants to end the losing streak. He doubles. He ended up at 3rd. Cabrian Hayes gets him home on a sac fly. Boston, they got it right back. Lefty destroyer Rob Refsnyder, he secured an RBI extra base hit. Wilyer Abreu, he missed a barrel, but hey, it worked. It's 2-1 Boston now as Duran scores. Refsnyder, he wanted more, but he was denied. Jared Triolo, he saves at least 2 from scoring, maybe 3. He makes a full sprint catch. Boston, they return the favor. Shortstop Rafaela with the oh no, brother, you missed the green on your throwing meter. But then Boston got a Christmas bounce straight back to the first baseman, Hayes. He's thrown out trying for 2 bags. Speaking of 2, Reese McGuire, he dunked in a base hit to left, 2 score to make it 4-1. Wilyer missed a barrel again. He broke his bat in the process, but it falls though. Boston, they went easy 6-1. They're now 13-10 after winning 3 straight, and all I'm going to say is it could be Paul Skeen's season very soon. The Pirates, they're fading. Baseballs were flying to kickstart this Rangers and Braves contest. Marcell Ozuna of the Braves, 9 home runs and 27 RBIs while hitting over .330. What even is that? What did I just say? That's insane production for a couple months, let alone a few weeks. Texas then brought out the boomsticks. Evan Carter, he's still trying to find his groove, and hitting a home run always helps. And there's no way that Kisner hit that ball out. A changeup up and away. He pulls it for a 3-run tater. Texas is now leading 4-3, and Adolis, he extended their lead. He goes the other way. Adolis is becoming a serious 5-tool guy. He's batting .322 with 6 home runs. He has a rocket arm, a great glove, but he's not as fast as he used to be, so maybe he's a 4-tool guy. Anyway, it's 6-3 Texas, but the Braves, they're knocking on the door. Riley, he squeaks one to literally no man's land, like no one was covering. Ronald, he turbos his way home at 6-4 Texas, and David Robertson, he's going to have to clutch up. That's a big strikeout against Matt Olson. Ozuna, he dropped his PCI for once. He tosses the bat in frustration. More of that frustration coming as Kirby Yates, he's deployed for a 4-out save. Arcia, he strikes out. He slams his bat in anger as well. Kirby made light work of the Braves in the 9th for his 3rd save. He does get the 4-out save. Texas, they're finally back over 500. The Braves, they're still cruising at 14-6. So now we're going to show some shutouts. Yay, we all love shutouts, but at least we get to talk Colton Cowser. This is actually hilarious. So he caught Craig Kimbrell's final out of his 422nd save, tying Billy Wagner for 7th all time. Colton said he yeeted the ball into the fountains by accident. He went out to the fountains and he fished that ball out. Craig Kimbrell put that ball in Rice. I just thought that was funny. But Colton, he went back to the fountains, this time with the bat. He's hitting .353 with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. Jordan Westburg, he made it back-to-back. He has 5 home runs as well. Lugo, he allowed 0 home runs all year, then allowed 2 consecutive. Seth Lugo had allowed a whopping 0 home runs all year, and then to 2 straight guys, he allows a home run. Santander was going to try and go for the 3rd home run of the day, but he gets a stand-up triple. Mountcastle, he dropped in a double. It's 3-0 Baltimore. Lugo, he walked Cowser. He's out after loading the bases, and now it's 4-0 Baltimore. That run is credited to Lugo. Westburg, he has 18 RBIs. Cole Irvin, he was great. He goes 6 2/3 shutout. He needed that bad because he came in with a 7 ERA. We had a little hit and run in the 9th. Alley, he laced a single. Gunner can absolutely fly, so he gets the 3rd base. Ramon Urias, he singled home Gunner. Bobby, he tried his best, but Baltimore does complete the shutout. They're 14-7. The Royals, they're still a solid 13-9. Another shutout coming. I'm going to give so much love to Sonny Gray because he's been insane to start his career with the Cardinals, but also tip of the cap to Colin Ray. He was saved by Blake Perkins, and Blake robbed Nootbaar of a 3-run home run. He actually escapes that inning with no damage done. Sonny had 7 strikeouts through 4 shutout. He goes out and K's the side in the 5th inning. That's 10 strikeouts over 5 shutout. Colin Ray, he somehow also matched Sonny, not with the strikeouts, but he also went 5 shutout. Arenado, he popped up to end the 5th inning. Sonny's 11th strikeout ends the 6th, so he goes 6 shutout. Make it 12 strikeouts now for Sonny Gray. A perfect pitch to get Rhys Hoskins looking. Blake Perkins, he's going to try and get a rally going. He singles, and then his blazing speed gets him to 3rd on a Bryce Terang single. Marmol left in his ace. 2 are in scoring position, and that's tough. Owen Miller, who's from St. Louis, he drives in 2. He ruined Sonny's gem. Like, it was still a gem nonetheless because he did go like 7 innings with 12 strikeouts, but St. Louis, they're going to get shut out at home. Milwaukee completes the sweep, and that just can't happen. They're in the same division. The Cubs are also in the NL Central, and we've already seen Pittsburgh and St. Louis lose a bunch lately, so the Cubs, they're going to try and capitalize and keep pace. Oh my goodness, Jesus Sanchez. Good Lord, bro. 460? That went above the batter's eye in center field. 114 miles an hour off the bat for his first of the year. Mike Tauchman, he got a rally going for the Cubs soon after because Jazz just missed it. Like, he was for sure there. Again, he just missed it. Miguel Amaya, he walked. Nico Horner, he got one to get past the 3rd baseman. Tauchman scores. It's a tie game. But here comes Miami. Jazz singles. Josh, the same thing. So Jazz gets the 3rd base. And Jesus Sanchez, he delivered again. He drives in Jazz. Josh Bell gets the 3rd base. And Tim Anderson blooped in another. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Chicago, they have to turn this to save the game. And Dansby hit the red on the throwing meter. Miami gets a huge 4th run. It was huge because Nico, he just can knock it out with 2 strikes. That's his 2nd RBI and his 3rd base hit of the day. Bellinger, he roped an RBI double. So now it's a 4-3 ball game. But Miami, they got cooking again. Luisi singled. Bellinger was eaten alive by the sun. That Wrigley sun just looks awful in day games. So 2 are on for Jazz, and he dunks in for an RBI single to left field. That pretty much sealed the Cubs' fate. Tanner Scott, he came in for the final inning. He got his 4th save, and the Cubs, they lose 6-3 against the Marlins. The Snakes are still taking on the Giants. Jake McCarthy, he lofted a sac fly for the game's first run, and trouble for Slade Cincona. Yes, that is a real name, Slade. Not to fear, though. Corbin Carroll is there. He's off to a brutal start in the box, but speed does not slump. Slade kept throwing zeros after zeros, both in the run column and the hit column. He's going for 5 no-hit, but Suarez, he can't beat Tyro Estrada at first base. There goes the no-hitter, and there goes the strikeout. Mike Wazowski, he turns on a hanging off-speed pitch. That is his first home run of the year. Gabriel Moreno, he's struggling just a tiny bit to start the year, but his last 2 games have really boosted up his stats. He singled in 2 more, so now his back-to-back games with 2 hits. He has 5 RBIs over the last 48 hours. Drama in the 9th. Arizona, they're up by 1. Kevin Newman, he struck out, but the umpire said he ticked it. So Newman is going to get another chance, and the Boo Birds came out, and they're out even more because he gets a base hit. Bob Melvin, he's barking at the umpire, and then he got ran after his blood boiled too hot. Gattel, he got 1 home on a sac fly. Now it's 5-2. Well, now it's 5-3. Lourdes, he can't get there. The Giants, they're trying to rally after Tyro roped an RBI double. It just kind of extended the inevitable, though. They even the series at 2 games apiece. The Diamondbacks are 11-12. The Giants, they're 10-13. The Twins are also trying to avoid their 13th loss, and Kerry Carpenter very much wanted to hand their 13th loss to them. He singles in 1, and Buddy Kennedy, he got a chance with the bases loaded because Louis Varland walked a zillion. That's a sac fly. Buddy Kennedy was just getting it going, so wait for it. We gotta wait because Minnesota now has the bases loaded as well. Casey Mize with the cat-like reflexes, he snags the Austin Martin comebacker, but he's not out of it. Okay, now he is. Willie Castro, he flies out to Parker Meadows in center. Casey, he escapes with no damage done. There's Buddy again. He launched his second career home run, both versus the Twins, by the way. They break out the pizza celebration. Casey Mize, he was able to pull 96 out of his pocket to end the 6th inning. He strikes out 4 over 6 scoreless. It makes me so happy to say he has a 2.1 ERA and a 3.2 FIP over his last 3 starts. Torkelson, he's trying to break out and prove that he was not just a second half merchant from last year. He tattooed an RBI double. He then got another RBI later on a sac fly. He has 10 RBIs. You got to keep it going, Spence. Austin Martin, he kept it going. He kept his hit streak alive on his first big league home run. He's at 7 games now. Detroit, they still win though. And the Twins, they do fall to 7-13. That does it for today's recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you watched until the end, do me a favor, leave a like. And if you're brand new, don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss a recap, and enjoy the web gems.
Last time up, sends one towards right center field. Fernando up into the air.
The 1, there's a liner sinking to left. Carter dives.
Diving stop, but Nico goes to first in.
The cleaner. On the way in, Vargas.
Curveball, broken bat, one hopper, diving stop made by Bohm. To his feet, has time, throws low, dug out by Harper.
This is caught by Dylan.
On the ground, Dylan Moore is able to dive, tackle it, get up and throw to first.